I was told from a young age that God never existed. I remember waking up in the morning. I couldn't close my right eye. I felt pain in the right side of my face, but I couldn't feel the right side of my face. And I was speaking with a slurred accent, but my mouth was fine. I then looked in the mirror and found the right side of my mouth facing down. I had lost all the muscles. My mouth was hanging down on the right side of my face. My eye wouldn't close on the right side of my face. I couldn't move my nose, my nostril. Then I thought, what's going on here? I called up my mum, I called up my dad. I said, Mum, I don't know what's going on with me. Mum didn't understand what I meant. Dad didn't understand what I meant. Called up my uncle and we went to the hospital. I went to the hospital and I had a checkup, and the doctor said to me, you're paralysed. You're diagnosed with Bell's palsy, the damage of the seventh nerve in the cranium. And I thought, what the heck is this? I didn't understand what this was. I was fine yesterday. Nothing happened. It was a viral infection that I had caught, maybe because of the cold. But I was told that if I don't recover in 6 weeks, I have it for life. It was too much for me to take in. The doctor just sat there and gave me the news within a minute. I sat there and I had millions and millions of thoughts in my head. Why? What have I done? What is this? How will it go? Will it go? Oh, I have to change my life now. Also, all these ifs and buts and maybes and all these questions kept pondering in my head. But the reality was, I had 6 weeks to recover, or else I was paralysed for life. After being told by doctors that I didn't have much hope to recover fully, I was then left with no chance but to just carry it out, to hold it in, to fight the illness. I used to have friends come over and talk to me and visit me, and they used to tell me, is there any hope of you getting better? I used to reply to them, no. And they said, have you ever prayed to God? And that's when I thought, well, I've never believed in God. I've never thought there's a God out there. But as this was my only chance, my only hope, I thought, why not? But for me to really pray to God, I had to believe that there was a God. I had to know where there's a God. I had to know anything about this God. And slowly they used to describe this feeling, this God that they believed in. And I slowly started getting interested in it. And slowly, after telling me the attributes of God, I slowly started reading by myself in my hospital bed. And I slowly started to understand what this God was about. You know, I wanted to ask questions like, who is this God? What does he do? Where is he from? Where, who, what, where, when, all these questions. And then over a few weeks' time, I started praying to God, to this God that I started to be fascinated about, to learn more about this God, thinking if this God is all knowing and all powerful, then maybe I should turn to him. There is no other hope. And after praying to this God for a long time, eventually, you know, I still had hope, and thankfully I did manage to recover quite a bit. It was a miracle, and ever since that day onwards, I really had a very strong belief in God. And through this experience, I learned that there is a God out there. There is someone who you can turn to, and who's someone who you praise and worship, and that God is all powerful.